Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nanuya channel. Today I want to talk about something that most of us don't realize we're doing. Something that silently shapes how people treat us. Have you ever felt invisible in a room? Like you're there but no one really notices? You speak, but people talk over you. You try to connect, but conversations fade away quickly. You might start wondering, is it me? Well, maybe it is, but not in the way you think. Because often it's not what you say or don't say. It's the subtle, subconscious signals you send out that tell others whether to engage or ignore. So today, let's uncover 5 subconscious things you might be doing that make people ignore you, without you even realizing it. 1. You shrink yourself when you enter a room. Imagine this. You walk into a group setting, maybe a meeting, a classroom, or a party. You immediately look for the corner seat. You keep your shoulders low, your hands folded, your eyes down. You tell yourself, I don't want to bother anyone. But here's the truth. Your body language is saying, I'm not worth noticing. The human brain is wired to respond to presence, posture, eye contact, and confidence. When you shrink yourself, people subconsciously see you as background noise. You fade into the environment, not because you lack value, but because your body is saying you don't belong in the spotlight. And the worst part? You might be doing it to protect yourself, to avoid judgment or rejection, but in the process, you reject yourself first. 2. You apologize for simply existing. You've probably said things like, sorry, I just wanted to ask something. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry, I know you're busy, but without realizing it, you're teaching people to see you as a disturbance. Every unnecessary apology sends a message. My presence is a problem. People don't ignore you because they dislike you. They ignore you because you subconsciously frame yourself as someone unworthy of attention. Confidence doesn't mean being loud or demanding. It simply means knowing you have a right to take up space, to speak, to ask, to exist. So next time, replace sorry to bother you with, hey, can I ask you something for a second? You'd be surprised how the energy changes instantly. 3. You listen, but never contribute. You're the great listener, always nodding, smiling, reacting perfectly. You make others feel heard. But when it's your turn to speak, you hold back. You convince yourself your stories aren't interesting enough, that no one would care. So you stay quiet. At first, people appreciate your kindness, but over time, they stop asking for your thoughts because you've trained them to believe you have nothing to say. The result? You become invisible in your own conversations. Remember, being a good listener doesn't mean silencing your voice. It means creating a balance where listening and sharing go hand in hand. Otherwise, people will enjoy talking to you, but never truly with you. 4. You avoid eye contact. This one seems small, but it's huge. When you avoid eye contact, people subconsciously register it as disinterest, even if you're just shy or nervous. Imagine someone talking to you, but constantly looking down or away. You'd feel disconnected, right? You might even think they don't like you. Eye contact is one of the strongest nonverbal signals of connection. It says, I see you. I'm here with you. You don't need to stare. Just be present for a few seconds longer than feels comfortable. Those moments build trust and attention faster than any perfect words ever could. 5. You radiate low energy, vibes. You ever meet someone whose energy just lights up the room? They're not necessarily loud or funny. They just have life in their tone, their expression, their movement. Now imagine the opposite. Someone who walks in slouched, speaks flatly, and seems mentally elsewhere. Even if they're kind, your brain subconsciously tunes out. That's because energy is contagious. If you project boredom, fatigue, or insecurity, people mirror that back to you. They disengage, they drift away, they scroll their phones while you speak. Imagine a young professional named Sarah. She just started a new job at a marketing firm. On her first day, she walks into a team meeting, nervous but excited. She quickly sits at the very back, keeps her shoulders hunched, avoids eye contact, and barely speaks. Whenever someone asks a question, she mumbles a short answer, thinking she shouldn't take up too much space. After a few weeks, Sarah notices something strange. Her ideas are rarely remembered, even when they're good. During brainstorming sessions, people often overlook her. She feels invisible and wonders if she's being ignored on purpose. What Sarah doesn't realize is that her body language and energy were telling the team, "I don't belong here," even though her skills were excellent. Her subconscious shrinking made it easy for others to overlook her. Once Sarah became aware of this, she started making small changes, sitting up straighter, making eye contact, contributing even short ideas, and speaking with a calm, confident tone. Within weeks, her teammates started engaging with her, asking for her input, and including her in projects. So before you enter a room or a conversation, check your energy. You don't have to fake enthusiasm. Just reconnect with why you're there, what excites you, or even the curiosity to know others. That spark alone makes people lean in instead of tuning out. The truth is, people don't ignore you because you're boring or unworthy. They ignore you because of subtle signals you send. Signals that say, "I'm not confident, I'm not important, I'm not here to connect." But once you start becoming aware of these small habits, your posture, your tone, your presence, everything changes. People begin to notice you. They start to listen when you speak. Because now, you're present. You take up your space, unapologetically. And that's how you stop being invisible. Not by shouting louder, but by showing up fully, body, mind, and energy. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who needs a little reminder of their worth. Remember, you're never truly invisible. You just have to remind the world you're here.